sometimes it's about communicating the fear. Okay? We keep it at the bottom, we do things like throw things around, we shout and scream, but we don't say the real things that's inside us. Yeah. To me, that's one of my biggest fears. Yeah. So what I do is I try to understand fear. This is the summary for fear, right? Then we go into the next part after that. After this summary, has any more question answers before we go into the next round. Huh? So questions on homeschool and other things, leave it at the end. We have what do you call this? A fight out session. Right? And we throw stone at each other. Right? So to wrap up, fear. Fear is a negative sensation induced by a perceived threat. It is perceived, it's not real. Right? It can be as real as it can be upfront, right? But usually it's perceived.
What is perceived in Chinese? Perception.
Perception. We think it is. We perceive, right? Yes, some threats are real, some we deal with fear which are real, we handle it. But usually, fear is a state of mind. Usually of the future, not happen yet. Usually. And it is good because fear is a basic instinct for survival. It's important. I don't say I have no fear, right? So I build my house next to a place where I have volcano. I have no fear. Right? Okay? It's a survival instinct. It helps us anticipate what's in the future. So it's a negative state, but understanding that we have fear, acknowledging it, can help turn it positive. So we start to plan, we start to be aware, right? Whatever we can plan, we plan. Not everything can be planned, unfortunately. Or should I say, everything can be planned, but not everything will run as planned. Okay? So, turn it positive. The last point is that we overcome it by knowledge and wisdom. Okay. So, do you prefer to stay where you are in a state of fear, or do you really want to embrace knowledge and wisdom? And the way to do it is to embrace it with a calm mind, a peaceful mind. So, to face the fear is already challenging. Okay? So sometimes we need to have quiet time to reflect, to think. Right? If you don't have that quiet time to reflect, to think, then we will, or forever the negative thoughts of fear continue to come in and disturb us. Okay? In our clique group, we encourage the children every now and then to get together, sit down and just be very quiet, right, for a while, to be peaceful. Whether it has full impact or not doesn't matter, but at least they know that there are times that they have to be quiet and peaceful. Okay.
And during quiet minds, those with fearful mind, you have a lot of fearful thoughts. And the technique is acknowledge it. Watch it, acknowledge it. This is just a thought, go away. It will go away. Then it won't build. So that's one, acknowledge. What's acknowledge in Chinese? Huh? Acknowledge. Sorry, it's a very big word. Google. 确认. Okay? So you acknowledge you have it and just let it be like that. Secondly, of overcoming fear is, as you say, knowledge. Find out more about something that you are scared of. Go find out. You cannot say, don't know where to find. Mr. Google. Small 4-year-old will say, Google it, Google it. It's already in the dictionary. Find out from other people. Learn about it. Find out about, as you say, success stories will inspire you. Afterwards, we will show you some success stories. Okay? Then I'll give you the energy. Thirdly, as we say, form your group. Like now, you have a good start. The Toto Zhongxin can host the parent group. You can meet once a week, like this, and discuss. And then continue the energy, the positive energy. Okay? We're not telling you to throw away everything and jump into the pool. It's a big pool. We are saying start by talking about it. Start by supporting each other. Start by coming up with solutions yourself. Give yourself some faith. You can come up with solutions. Don't have to look at us. Okay, that's the human genius. So give yourself some credit. You have the answers. Creative solutions. So these 3 points.
Right. Remember? Write down already? That is on our blog. Okay. Everything we talk about is on our website. Everything we talk about is on our website. So that's dealing with fear. So that's a hindrance to communication. Right? So lastly is, the last point that we need to talk about before we go into full Q&A is the last point of communication. That's why you are taking this. Right?
Okay, we've used a lot of words and it can be very tiring. So there's one method I want you to try out with your family, which is, I can guarantee you, will have good results. No need to use words, huh? Okay.
Nobody will embarrass you. I will embarrass you.
Okay, when was the last time you hugged your child? Everyone is good, very good, everyone is very good. Don't forget your spouse. Huh? This is what I do a lot. Okay, rubbing. Okay. Holding your hands.
Of course you will look at that. I think mommy is crazy lah, but I do a lot. This is
Reinforcement of your love and your acceptance of your child, your whole child. Not I love you if you get me 100 marks. I love you if you study. I love you if you do your homework. No, I love you. To stop. No if, no but.
and show you how to hug.
Sometimes we cannot come up with a solution. Okay, cannot find. Then just hug. Hug and you melt away all your fears, all your negativity. It really works with challenging children that challenge you. So I've done my homework, I've done the experiment. I can tell you, it works every time. Sometimes words just get into the way. The more you talk, the more it gets worse. Then big hug, and then everything is dissolved. Okay? So it's very important. This thing, the touch, the human touch, we are humans, we all want to be loved, we want to be touched. So this is a Very simple way, everybody can do it. So start with your family now.
I think the word is also continue. We've seen a lot of families when they start off, when the kids are young, as the kids become older and older and older, the touch becomes less and less and less and less. You know, I've seen kids grow up when they are very young. The father will be hugging and outside and all that. The kids are very young. And the same father and the same kid, I see them beating each other in the streets. And it's serious. I mean, I've seen it and it's so painful. I said, what happened? Last time you were hugging and you to your kids and always touching, and now every word that comes out from your mouth is an angry word. You know, it happens. I'm sure if you look around, you'll see that. But I don't think it's any fault of anyone. I think as the kids grow older, sometimes you cannot understand them enough. And we start to build defenses. We defend, we build walls, and then now we try to break it. It's like this is life, this is human life as you go along. So we need to reinforce with the fact that we need to be able to communicate much better. And I hope that this few points will help you understand how we do our learning, our education, which is no different from life itself. You know, how we live our lives. It has become an entire lifestyle for us, right? So we hope that you appreciate, and if some points are good for you, you can take back and try to apply that. Okay. So what we're going to do now is, you have something to say?
Just add, you cannot wait for a solution. You're looking to us for a solution for your problems. Okay? What we have achieved so far with our children is through trial and error. If you don't take the step, you won't know. You see, you have to go through walk the road. 你要走那条路. And then you walk, then you know what are the obstacles, and you think how to go through it. Whether you want to jump over it, or crawl under it, or drill a hole through it, or fly over it, is how you get your solution. So that is what we have to tell you. We are not we can't answer every question, but we want you to try to understand this concept, this approach. Okay. The other thing is, we all look to the future like it's so far away, but the future is now. Now, see, when our children reach around teenager time, they can already do things. You don't have to wait until they graduate, go to college, go to work, then you can be successful. Okay? If you've been following our story so far, they are already doing so amazing things that compared to when I was a teenager, I've not done. Amrita, she likes to list things. She buys books of lists to do. Something like 100 things to do before I grow old and boring. I recommend that you buy that kind of book. Yeah? And she tick. I gave them challenge, like list down 50 things you want to do before you die. She do very fast. I see some children struggle with 10. They can't write 10. They can't list 10. Because they haven't been given that kind of freedom to explore with their minds. Very sad. But never too late. It's never too late to start. You can start, begin today, right now. So
we have last 15 minutes before we wrap up for today. 5-0. Don't say so long, until very fast. Alright, so the last part, break into two parts. There's something I want to do at the end. Reserve 10-15 minutes for me at the end. So you have about 30-35 minutes. Okay. So this last 30 and 35 minutes, I'm going to open to the floor to throw any questions, and we try to respond. The couple of points brought up earlier before lunch. Why don't you bring it up again as questions, and then we will share with you our thoughts, our perspective. Right? Okay. I got it here, but I think better we do interact. Just ask the questions again. There was one about left brain, right brain, right? Okay. I think we talk about failures, statistics, data. We talk about financial, family education, and so quite a lot of stuff. So
Okay, since you mentioned financial.
Yes. Okay. The first question first. The first two before lunch. Okay, refresh our memory. The first two before lunch we asked, just before we left. One is of the.
Because it's like tends to be stimulate the child from the artistic type, but analytical type, like engineering. So how you see the talent, how you discover the talent from the small.
Okay, so that's the first one, right? Is that the question you asked? Okay. So let me try to rephrase. Education, the way we approach education tends to be very creative and not so analytical from the scientific perspective. Okay. My thoughts is this. Why don't we have some more thoughts? I think afterwards. Right. Okay. Number one, I think the whole idea that left brain, right brain, draw one line in the middle, I think that's wrong. Okay, wrong in the sense that the arts is not just arts and the science are not just science. What I'm saying is that if you're in the sciences, doesn't mean you're not creative. When you're in creative, it doesn't mean you're not inclined to the sciences. There's a lot of studies today that the creative side, okay, strengthens the sciences. Right? It's creativity that strengthens the sciences. But science is very methodical and asks a lot of analysis. And in today's knowledge, in today's world, we know a lot of things. What breaks through the knowledge that we have to discover new knowledge is creativity. You know? And there are a lot of studies, I can't quote now, I can't remember all of them. You can look it up, creativity and sciences, science and creativity. There's a lot of studies to it. Okay? So, and same thing, those who are in the sciences, okay, realize the value of creativity. You know, some of the very creative arts, you know, I read this thing called creative maths. You know, there's this couple who was looking at the sunset. One is the wife, the artist, the husband is a mathematician. Okay? And the artist looked at it as a picture. Sunset, beautiful picture. The husband looked at it as a mathematical calculation. Okay? Right? But the difference is this, the husband looked at it and said, mathematical calculation, but in a creative way. You know? It becomes very creative. He said, wow, these numbers floating and these formulas, it seems beautiful. Okay? And the same thing is the wife looking at it because they're married so long. One mathematician married to an artist, all cross-influence each other. They see, wow, I wonder how this thing happened and how long it takes. But the whole thought with the beauty, the whole aspect of creativity becomes much bigger. So I believe is that even though it may seem now that a lot of the method education that we are doing today seem to incline towards creativity, but there are a lot of students who find that sciences are in for them. They can fit in very fast and very easily, and many times they excel. If you want stats, you can read up homeschooling stats in the US. Homeschool students who do well in sciences, especially in the Ivy League universities, very high in numbers. Very high in numbers. Okay? So don't think about this. Because we are brought up from the schooling system that arts stream, science stream, we all divide already. But in reality, there's no division in learning. There's no division in knowledge. Right? So re-look at knowledge differently. Right? Once you give your child the opportunity to explore creativity through sciences, let them choose and see what path it takes them. Right? Passion will see them through. Motivation, passion will drive the motivation. Okay, so that's my feedback. I think the feedback on this.
Have you heard of Howard Gardner? Yes? What book did he write? Okay, you heard of his theory of multiple intelligence.
Multiple intelligence.
Yeah, but he's written many books. And one of the latest is 5 kinds of minds for the future or something, future minds, 5 kinds of minds. And he's talking about how do you adopt a mind that will prepare you for the future. So, very important book, but many people don't know about it. They are still stuck at his theories. He's gone beyond his theories really. Okay? So, one of these minds is the minds of synergizing all this knowledge, okay, whether it's scientific knowledge or whatever. How do you synergize it? We are doing too much compartmentalizing, okay. So, and he pointed out also that has science managed to solve human problems? Has science managed to bring happiness to humans? So we're not saying that science is not important, but what he points out is the overemphasis on the importance of science in our human life compared to spirituality. They are both S. One is science, one is spirituality. So think about that.
We give you more things to think about, right? Okay. So does it answer the question, first part, sufficiently? Right. Right. So there's a lot more today than we know in the past. Right? If I can dwell with it.
Also, the latest advancement in brain research, okay, that it is not something that is permanent or stuck. The latest, what you call it, CTI or whatever scan, you can do brain scan, that the brain is constantly evolving. It's not permanent one. So if you constantly stimulate it, it will grow. New growth in certain part of the brains will occur. So this shows one thing, that whatever condition you or your child may have is not permanent. 2, there is a lot of hope for learning new things, okay? Because your brain can evolve. So what we are talking about, actually the whole day, is not about homeschooling. It's about learning. And learning is not just one way, there are many ways. What your challenge is to help your child learn in the way that he is strongest in. Okay, Jet asked me one question the other day. What is talent? Okay, what is talent? I said talent is a very misinterpreted word. A lot of people think, okay, he's good in art, he's very talented. I'm not good in art, I'm not talented. No. Talent, as Albert Einstein says, is actually 99% perspiration, 1% talent only. So it's how you work at it, the discipline, and you make your talent grow. And how you know that this is your talent is when you learn something very easily. You don't have to struggle with it one. Not so much.
The strength.
Your strength, exactly. Okay? Now, your child will have it, but you don't want to recognize it because you think that that is not going to bring you the money, the financial security.
What we want also what the children have.
Yeah, it can be not what you want, you know. So think about that. Now I want to tell you more stories about not just our children, other children who has decided that schooling is wasting their time. They want to do things. My question is, what do you want to do in your life? There's a homeschooler at age 12. She signed up in a cake decorating course, diploma course. She's of course the youngest in her class, in the whole school. Then when people think about it, they say, hey, can they accept why not? And needless to say, she's top in her whole school. She won competitions. Then recently, we were told she attended an instructor's program. Okay? That means she's training to be an instructor, and she's only 14 years old. 14. Because she knows what she wants to do. And the parents said, okay, go ahead. How much is the instructor's course? How many thousand? Okay. She also, maybe she got a scholarship from winning a competition. You see? So, there you go. So, you don't have to wait. You can do it now. Sam, our daughter, she's into dancing. She's actually agreed to come here today, but she got a job. Mommy, I got a job lah. She's 15. She's so busy because she got so many jobs already. She's got a performance in KLCC for a big company. Okay? And every time she dances, she brings home a few $100s. That day she came home, whoa, flash the money to your face, man. This is the money.
To my mother's face.
Okay? See, when they find something that they are passionate about, you don't have to worry. They will know how to find their way one. Just trust your child. You have to let go. So, M, she wants to sing. She's been singing from last year, holding gigs. What is gigs? Okay, we'll just announce this is the singing. She's going to recital. Please come, invite friends. There are people we don't know because from the Facebook, they appear. They come for a concert, they like it. Some people give her a few $100s, just like that. Because they admire her guts. She said, I want to do this. I want to collect money. This is what I want to do with the money. And she does it. Okay? Our son. He's so cute, you love him. But he's in the killing. At 5 years old, our daughter want to make some money. Bake cupcakes. Okay? So there's a family day organized in our residential area. She said, Mommy, can I book a table, 50 ringgit? Sure. She worked hard, baked her cupcakes, organized everything all by herself, I don't have to do everything one. And lay out, sell. Our son, see, wow, Jeje selling cupcakes. I also want to sell something. Nothing lah. Put in the pocket. Oh, I got cards. Spider-Man card. Stand in front of the store. Would you like to buy my cards? It's Spider-Man.